What's going on, my people? Sorry, y'all gotta look at my feet, but there was no real good way to set this video up. I was just sitting out here enjoying the weather, enjoying the evening. Thought I'd mess with this Swiss Tech Halt Bar, HALTBAR, that I got from Walmart. If you haven't seen the video, it is in VG10. It was like $40 something at Walmart. Real thick, robust blade stock, made in China. The sheath is not great really at all, but it's okay. It does have the pocket clip for inside the pocket. For some reason, doesn't have an option for a loop. In case you wanted to belt carry it. You could belt carry it this way, but I don't recommend an open-ended loop for belt carry on a knife this size. You know, that's just me. But I wanted to see if how well it batoned, and I wanted to see if it did okay with feather sticking or starting a fire. Now, in my experience, for anything actually, you know, it's always best to use the best tool for the job. So I don't really recommend batoning. I recommend getting a halfway decent camp axe because it works better by a long shot. But that's not what we're going to do today. We're going to baton this thing. Or this piece of wood with this knife. See how well, this is my fire kit. I'm going to sit that to the side for a second. Just to see how well it does. And then afterwards, I'll try to get some shavings off of this wooden stake. And see how well it strikes a ferrule rod. So, that's what we're going to do. I hope this is even, let me see if you can see this. Let me make sure. Okay. I can't see what the camera can see. I got it up on a tripod. So, this knife really, in my opinion, is not long enough to be doing a whole lot of batoning with, but it's definitely thick enough for sure. Did nothing to the edge at all, which really, whenever it's passing through the wood, the edge isn't hitting the wood that much because the edge is this very acute point, and you're passing this behind the edge actually is what's touching the vast majority of the wood. So yeah, it batoned just fine, and this is dried seasoned wood, so it is fairly hard, but it's not, you know, it's not the hardest thing in the world. Maybe batoning something much knottier, you know, twisted up stuff might not be as easy. But that wasn't too bad. Actually, doesn't do too bad getting shavings. I do like the jimping. That is quite a lot of jimping there. I do like that. I hope I had that in frame. This is a very impromptu video. I just thought I'd, you know, while I was out here just messing around, I would at least record it since I don't have a lot of content coming out lately. If I could just do any content, would be better than zero. And I'm sure this video will get demonetized. That's something I want to talk about while I'm sitting here bull crapping, is my past 50 videos have all been demonetized immediately, and then when I appeal them, they do not they do not change it. It stays demonetized. So it makes it hard. I'm a small channel already, and I already don't make anything hardly off of the videos. I make about, let's say $30 a month off of the ad revenue on a typical basis. But lately I've made maybe 25% of that because all my videos are getting demonetized, and I don't understand why. Because I try not to cuss too much, but the cuss words are not crazy. I'm not saying anything really what somebody would consider triggering or whatever. I'm just talking normal. Maybe the algorithm doesn't like a Kentucky boy, the way I talk. I don't know. I doubt that's the reason. I just, you know, it's kind of disheartening when I already don't have any funding, much funding. Now, I do have some patrons, make about $70 a month on that. And I do have some members, and I'm very, very, very grateful for that. And thank you all very much. I have some supporters. You know, Satu Dave loaned me a couple knives because I don't have any to speak of right now. And Don Farmer and other guys. So I'm carrying today the Sabenza 31. It's a fantastic knife. This belongs to Satu Dave. Hopefully I'll be able to have another one of these in my collection one day, or have a collection. So I have already made the promise to myself I will not be selling any more knives that I don't want to sell ever again. So it does bite into the wood pretty decent. It's just a regular V-ground blade, full flat, but it is quite thick behind the edge, so it's not the best, but it's not bad at all, actually. It's really not. And the edge is holding up. It feels exactly the same as it did before I started. Now, I haven't done much, obviously, but it's not awful either. Usually, just like on a 1095 blade steel, I already have edge marring just from doing what I've done here. This is VG10, like I said. It is stainless. That's a good thing. And it holds an okay edge as long as it is heat treated okay. So far, not too bad. I am going to, I don't know if I can strike right where the jimping is. I'm going to try to catch this end down here to strike it. I've shown this fire kit off before. This is my little fire kit. I keep it in the truck because pretty much wherever my truck is, I'm going to be. It's just a cheap ferro rod. I don't have any. This is a little bit nicer one. It has the magnesium and the strike ferro itself. This is made by Tops. It's okay, but it's small. It's not real long. It's not long enough, in my opinion, but it'll work in a pinch. I have some fire fuses that's covered in beeswax. Works pretty good. And then, of course, a bellow, a pocket bellow, which is literally the most important thing to have aside from your ferro rod itself. The bellow is awesome. Now, if you don't know what a bellow is, do me a favor and get out from underneath that rock where you're at. And what it is, it's just a tube to where you can blow air into the coals, the hot, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, let's see how it does. I'm not very good at striking a ferro rod, which is wild, but I've never been very good at it. So it will strike. It's not great though. And again, I'm not very good at it. It almost took. Again, I don't know what kind of wood this is, so it might not catch very well. It's kind of marring up the blade a little bit, but let me get a little bit of shavings down here. It's kind of embarrassing that I can't get this. Alright, don't look like it's going to happen because I suck. But anyway, I am fairly confident that if I absolutely had to, I could start a fire. And right now I don't absolutely have to. So, for a less than $50 knife, it's not awful. Sheath could be better. But what can you do? It is what it is. Could probably make a leather sheath for this quite easily, taco style. One thing I do, I know it's a Scandinavian thing to have to where it goes all the way deep down in the sheath. That's not my favorite. I prefer it to where I can get a grip on it and then pull it from the sheath. So if I made a sheath for it, it would not be one that goes this deep. And I know they do it on purpose by design, but that's not what I like. So, yeah, you got to see me fail at starting a fire in my flip-flops in my backyard. Make sure you guys are good to each other, love each other, and remember, life is short, so no reason to be a dumb cunt. See you next time.